that was a lot of information, but a lot of good information. And John did a great job of keeping it so that it was somewhat simplified for us to understand. A lot of these tips I'll try to write up afterwards, talking about body composition and the body mass index. I'll try to put that out there and then include a link so that you can follow up with him. But I think that he's someone that will be incredibly helpful as a resource to try to help us, guide us for a year, not just for that month. So I mentioned that the next two are restaurants that are coming in. Both of them have this healthier ambiance to them, and we'll put it in that way and you can hear more from them. But Shannon Murphy, who I want to bring in, is with Wicked Fresh Cafe. Where is she? Bring her around. And she brought goodies. All right. Nice. Oh my God, that chicken looks amazing. And I think I found a picture of that. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're here. So, Shannon, first of all, I want to talk about, we're going to get to this food because it's already making me mouthwater here. I'm going to want to eat that pickle in 2 seconds. So, we're going to get to the food in just a second and talk about that. But give us an overview of Wicked Fresh and what you're doing at Wicked Fresh. So.
Okay, so I'm actually the front of house manager at Wicked Fresh, and together we're all kind of working together to make healthy food as easy to access as you would say some unhealthy foods.
Right.
We want it to be fast and easy to come through and grab yourself a quick healthy breakfast on your way to work, or even we do meal preps, so we prepare meals for people for about 3 to 5 days. So people will come in and they'll buy chicken, sweet potatoes, and a mixed veg, and they'll get a couple of those, maybe a couple of buffalo pulled chicken with some rice and green beans, and you can actually go through and pick, and you can get your meals for the week.
So where did this concept, or where did Wicked Fresh come from? I mean, was the owners that, I noticed the chef's a Johnson & Wales guy, right?
Yep, so one of our chefs did go to Johnson & Wales. I personally just ended up working in health and fitness and kind of found my way there. And then my bosses, one of them just really likes to eat healthy, and he found it very difficult to find healthy food. He's been eating healthy since he was a kid. He was an athlete, so he found it very hard to find healthy food, as we all do.
Right.
And just kind of came up with the idea to open a healthy fast food restaurant.
So that's, and you just, that's what I want to talk about. So making it accessible, which you talked about to begin with, and then making it fast. So in today's world, we're all crazy. We're all over the place. It's very difficult to slow down. To be able to go and get these type of items that are healthy and to get the education while you're there, or more information while you're there, is extremely important. And that's where it kind of falls into this lifestyle that John was just talking about and making it last throughout the year. Your menu, and let's talk about that because you brought some amazing food, but there's enough choices. You just talked about the meal prep.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a lot of things that you just mentioned really quickly. So
I know.
Tell me what you brought today, and then we'll talk about the menu as a whole. Because
Okay,
I'm already ready.
so this is our kale vegetarian wrap and our spinach wrap. The kale vegetarian is made with beets, cucumbers, tomatoes, kale, fresh kale, and our house-made hummus. So it has the protein and all of the benefits that you're going to get from the hummus. You're going to get the kale in, and you're going to get your beets.
Nice.
So a lot of our customers really enjoy that. We also have a lot of other wraps that aren't as earthy. So we have a caprese grilled cheese. So if you were like craving a cheese option, we do have options such as those.
Okay.
We have a turkey bacon avocado. That's actually our best selling sandwich. So it has house-made turkey, turkey bacon, avocado, and you can choose your wrap and lettuce, tomato, and onion.
Nice.
We also have meal prep options. We have healthy meal combos. So meal preps, you do have to order 24 hours in advance.
Okay.
Because you're ordering for bulk for the week. But then we also have healthy meal combos, and healthy meal combos are basically mini versions of these. You get chicken, sweet potatoes, and green beans as one. We have chicken, rice, and broccoli as another. We also have protein shakes, and this is kind of more my wheelhouse. Protein shakes and power bowls. So we have power bowls are a thick smoothie bowl.
Okay.
I use frozen fruit, coconut milk.
That's what this is, right?
Almond milk, yes.
Okay.
So this is frozen fruit blended up.
Like,
It's pretty filling and pretty healthy and tasty.
so now this is coconut milk?
Coconut milk, strawberries, and bananas.
I'm eating that.
And then it's topped.
Molly just like claimed it. I couldn't even get it out of my mouth and I wanted to try it. And
Yeah.
Molly claimed it.
I actually have some. I have some that have peanut butter on them. I use Hank's peanut butter in a
What?
lot of my recipes. Hank's
That's
protein
all-
peanut
oh.
butter.
Molly, I get the peanut butter.
Hank's actually a great friend of mine. And so I use his protein peanut butter in some of the shakes. I'll top it on a bowl. We'll put peanut butter on one of them. I have a chunky monkey bowl, and that's actually a great alternative. So say you're trying to get healthy and but you're, really craving something sweet and kind of like ice cream.
Right.
You can come to me, and I make these, and I have one that's a chunky monkey bowl, and that one actually tastes like peanut butter and chocolate.
So with these, it sounds like you have some that are already, the concept of them is already made up, what they are.
Yeah.
Can people change them up?
Absolutely, yeah. I have one customer who can't eat bananas, and so most of the base is bananas. So I'll actually blend up like extra mangoes for her and put it in a base, and then you can add protein to them. So if you wanted to get a little more protein with your meal, you can add protein. We also have other additive options for our shakes that you can add.
So how many different shakes are these bowls that we're going to, right? The bowls?
Yeah.
Okay, how many different ones are there to choose from a regular basis?
On our regular menu, we have 6 bowls,
Okay.
and we have about 6 shakes on our regular menu. But I run a special on the bowls and a special on shakes every week.
Okay. You mentioned this
Mhm.
peanut butter, which
Mhm.
I love peanut butter. So the original high protein spread, so Hank's, is this something new that you guys are doing, or?
No,
Okay.
no. Hank's peanut butter is just in all of our recipes. We actually sell this in-house as well.
Okay.
It's one thing that I definitely, when I was trying to get a little healthier and I was struggling to kind of change my diet, at night I struggle and I munch.
Yeah.
And so I like to just take a couple spoonfuls, literally straight out of the jar, and eat it. And it honestly fills me up. It has 13 grams of protein per serving.
Does it go with wine?
I personally haven't tried that.
Because that's what I do at night. I munch and I have a glass of wine, so that's where I'm wondering that. So this is awesome. I'm definitely looking forward to trying that. So let's go back just for a second here, because you've given us a really good overview so far, but you just mentioned about your own health goals. And we were talking before you came on the show, and there was some background information that I got on you about you have taken this seriously and you've been through something yourself, correct?
Yeah, so in 2014, I was 65 pounds heavier than I am right now.
Really?
Yes. And so I just had gotten to the point where I looked at pictures of myself and I just wasn't happy with my appearance. And that's how it started. And I had watched my mother and family members, aunts and whatnot, kind of do the ABCs of diets while I was growing up. And I knew I didn't want to diet and have to suffer for long periods of time and then possibly gain it all back very quickly. And so I studied and I looked at different people on Instagram and whatnot, and they all preach just like a balanced diet, eat healthy foods when you can. And if you go out, like he said, if you really want the piece of bread or whatever you can have cheat meals and don't stress about them, but be active and eat healthy 80, 20, 8, whatever percentile of the time you would like.
So let me ask you this, and from your own personal experience and from what you're dealing with being a Wicked Fresh, is it challenging to find enough to feel like you're eating healthy, enough options?
Well, I work in a healthy kitchen.
So you're all set.
So that's the thing is, the first 40 pounds I lost, I wasn't working in a healthy kitchen.
Okay.
So I find, like, my couple pieces of advice, tips and tricks I would always say as far as eating is keep a bag of almonds in your car. Don't overeat, you want to keep those almonds in your car. So if you're dying in traffic and you're starving on your way home, you don't get home and binge eat because you've been starving all day while you're running your errands. You eat a couple almonds, you get home and you eat an appropriate meal because you're not like, oh my God, I just sat in traffic and I'm starving.
So I can have my almonds with my wine. I love almonds. That's a great thing.
There you go.
What about pistachios? Pistachios
are actually pretty good for you.
Okay.
Almonds are better because technically they're the lowest in fat, but pistachios are good as well.
Cashews?
I don't know. I'm not a big cashew person.
I gotta find out about cashews because that's another one that I love. All right, so let's go back to the meals, meal prep for a second.
Okay.
This is one of the meals that you're talking about, right?
Yes, yeah.
All right. So in the situation that you've been mentioning and taking care of yourself personally and everything, people do lead the busy lifestyle. We talked about how your fast food, that's good. These options that are there, if someone wanted to plan this, do they go on the website and check it out? Can they go in and talk to you guys about it? Can they do both? How does that
They
work
can do
with you?
both.
Okay.
I love when people come in to talk to me about it because a lot of people who come in to talk to me, they really are looking to change, and it's great to be like, listen, I've been there, I can help you out, here's some of our personal options. and I can give them advice. But if you don't need the advice, or if you want to just get started and you're interested in trying the meals, you can go onto our website. We actually also have a Wicked Fresh app that's downloadable in the App Store. And you can go through and pick exactly what you're looking for. So, like I said, we have like 6 different meats, probably 6 different veggies, and 4 carbs.
Okay. So it sounds like if someone wanted to go in, they could literally plan out a week or 3 days a week if they were worried about it.
Yep.
And you're saying that's something that they do need to order in advance?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, 24 hours notice is what we ask of people.
So now, what are the hours that Wicked Fresh is open?
Wicked Fresh is open from 8 in the morning until 6 o'clock at night,
Okay.
but we also will deliver those meals. So
Really?
if you do an order over $50, you can get delivery.
All right, okay. That's actually a good point, because that goes back to the lifestyle of being too much going on, not enough time. Now you just covered that for us. So in there, and then I kind of want to bring this up because when I looked up Wicked Fresh, and I mentioned to you that I had not been there. Now I absolutely want to go there to check it out. No, because it goes back to the point of getting educated and understanding it. So how often is that happening where someone's coming in, they've never been there? Like today, I'm hoping that a bunch of people watch this one. No, seriously, and want to come in.
I'm hoping for the same thing.
That are seeing this and they want to go get more information to do it. Does it seem like this time of year people are taking it more seriously?
Absolutely, yeah. Yesterday was one of our busiest days in the past couple months, in the past month, just because the holidays was really slow for us. I tried to preach that you should be eating healthy when you're not at the parties anyway, because you want to balance it out.
Right.
But so people are definitely coming in. There definitely are more people coming in and asking about the meal prep options and trying to figure out how not only themselves, but a lot of times how families can eat healthier.
So I'm going to talk to Catherine about this too with Sydney, because a lot came up about the menus and the availability of things. Are you guys facing that you change up a lot seasonally because of that?
Yes and no. In the summer, we were struggling a little bit with some things not being available. We tried to use sourcing as much as possible. A lot of our stuff is pretty general, like chicken and sweet potatoes and stuff like that. And as far as these, we use the fresh fruits. Yeah, okay. Exactly. So I can kind of base our menu off of what we have.
Now, where are you guys located?
We're located on Hartford Ave in Johnston.
Okay.
And we actually have a drive-through as well.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, we're actually a healthy fast food.
That is crazy. I didn't know that part. How long has Wicked Fresh been around?
We just opened June 16th, actually. We've only been open for about 6 months.
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
Jesus, we're bringing a lot of good information here, you guys, in 6 months' time. That's awesome.
6 months, yeah, I know, it's crazy. The past 6 months have definitely been interesting, but
sure. It's a growth pattern.
It is a growth pattern, but the meal preps I love because I have a couple customers who I've had for a while now, and it's perfect for even people who aren't necessarily just trying to be healthier. I found the older market, it's great for people because they're not preparing a whole meal for themselves and then overcooking, overspending, over-shopping.
Right.
You know exactly what you're getting, and it's for a good price as well.
So have you, and you took the health thing seriously, and I'm sure you're exercising and everything coming in. When people are coming in, are you collaborating with other partnerships? Like, are there gyms that are working with you, or are there health institutions that are there? So
we haven't gotten to that point where we're actually setting up programs with gyms, but we would love to get there. Right. But we do have a lot of trainers and people who are local in our area who are very great supporters of us and are sending a lot of people our way.
Well, I can imagine they're customers too.
They're honestly our biggest customers because of their crazy lifestyles usually.
Right, exactly. So we covered a lot. In 6 months' time, you guys have done a lot. That's an amazing thing, and I think it's perfect timing for people going into this new year. Is there anything that I'm missing that we didn't cover? Because I know that we talked about a lot of things. Is there things we touched about things before as well?
Nope. I would just say my one recommendation would be don't stress about it and try and keep it as simple as possible. And also don't make it a struggle. If you're really dying for something to eat, find an alternative that tastes good. Like these Power Bowls. Right. They taste like ice cream. So instead of me, every morning I wake up, I'm like, I can't wait to get to work and make myself a Power Bowl.
So that's another good question. What are some of your favorite things? Let's talk about that. Because obviously you're there a lot. So
some of my favorite things that I would eat, honestly, I do eat a Power Bowl pretty much every other day for breakfast. And if I don't have a Power Bowl, then I do have a shake. I like shakes and Power Bowls because I can blend nutrients into them. So I actually have, my special this week is called the Wicked Green. And it's actually has over a cup of spinach in the base.
You're kidding.
Yeah, and you can't taste it. I mask it with pineapple juice and almond milk and mangoes, pineapples, and bananas.
You're kidding.
And then on top, I have almonds, strawberries, and coconut. That's actually my personal favorite bowl. That's why I posted it this week, because with New Year's coming, I wanted people to see that you can get your greens in a tasty way.
So this is, like you said, this is your thing.
Yeah, this is my
So
thing.
you're changing these up on a regular basis.
Yeah, I post new ones. I have secret menus.
I was gonna say, so where are you coming up with these menus? Are you just experimenting, or how?
Yeah.
Really?
I just love eating healthy food, and like I am there every day. So if I see something, like we have a Chunky Monkey shake. It's our most popular shake. It is just peanut butter, banana, and chocolate protein.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? We should turn it into a bowl. And I blended up some chocolate protein, a little bit of cocoa powder, some bananas, coconut milk, almond milk, chocolate chips, blended it all together, and it literally tastes like dessert.
Yeah, I'm like overly hungry already.
And I also use Hank's peanut butter, obviously.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So if someone's coming in and they seek you out, they can ask you these questions about what's good to make in it, their tastings.
Absolutely.
Because I think that's another part, and John brought it up, is that it's hard for people to make the choices when they come to these things, but if they get recommendations, if you can recommend things to them, talk to them about the options, I think it makes it easier for you. And a lot of the ingredients that you're mentioning are all things that I would not think about, but I know that I like.
Yeah.
Which is the nice part of it.
Yeah, and then like my shake this week also has over your daily's worth of spinach in the shake if you wanted to add it. And I have customers come up to me and they're like, I can't believe that I couldn't taste the spinach.
So because spinach seems pretty unique. What's probably the most unique thing that you've gotten into one of these that you didn't expect to get in? Because spinach to me seems like unbelievable.
So a long time ago, I was sitting in a cafe and I was smelling the coffee and I was trying to think of new ways to attract people to a restaurant. And I was like, you know what would be really cool? If I could make a bowl that tastes like coffee flavored ice cream. Because my brother's favorite ice cream is coffee ice cream with chocolate chips in it.
Okay.
And at the time, we were making them a different way, so I didn't think it was possible. We started making them with just bananas instead of berries, and I looked at, and my boss came in and he was like, hey, I found this coffee protein. Do you think you could use this for anything? And I said, I do. I do. And it tastes like coffee ice cream. It's called the New Englander, and everybody loves it. It's actually one of our best sellers.
So from spinach to coffee, you're finding a way to get all this stuff in there. All right, well, I'm glad that we brought up the fact about the meal prep, because that's a huge thing for people to know about. And the delivery, thank you for announcing that, because I think that that's awesome. And you covered a lot, so I really appreciate it. Thank you for sharing your personal story. Thank you for coming in and highlighting Wicked Fresh, because you guys have done a lot in 6 months. So congratulations to the owners. I'm glad they got a Johnson Wells alum over there. I can appreciate that. So congratulations, you guys, and definitely make sure you check them out. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much
really
for having
appreciate
us.
it. I know Molly's going to claim that, so I'm going to.
That's right.
Thanks, Molly. Save me the
Thank you
peanut
very
butter,
much.
please. Thank you.